and it's 5:38 a.m. in the morning. And I thought I would do something different and read the story of Thumbelina, since that's my nickname. So I thought this was a good idea. And also to interact with my subscribers. So it's very early in the morning and Balrog's here with me. Hi, Balrog. Hey, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, good morning. Hi, not today. Hi, Anna. I thought I'd do a live today because I haven't done one for ages. Kakosi Alexandra, thank you for joining. So I'm going to read a book. I'm actually going to read the story of Thumbelina. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with the story. There is different versions of this story. So I'm going to read this and I hope you enjoy. So thank you very much for joining. Oh, you love a good story? Hi, Machiavelli. How are you? Thank you for joining. Okay, so I'm going to read the story of Thumbelina. So if you don't know, this is one of the original versions that I know. Kakosi Machiavelli, thank you for joining. So I'll read this now. The story of Thumbelina. Once upon a time, a girl knocked on the door of a little house where a good witch lived. The girl gave her a gift of red apples and told the good witch how she longed for a child. The good witch gave the girl a leaf and told her to plant it in a pot. The girl did this and it soon grew into a beautiful flower. The girl kissed the flower with joy as it opened wide. The little girl, or the girl, saw a tiny fairy. The girl called the fairy Thumbelina because she was no bigger than her thumb. All day long, Thumbelina danced and sang. At night, she slept in a basket with a rose petal for a blanket. One night, as Thumbelina lay asleep, a fat toad hopped in through broken glass in the window. She thought Thumbelina would make a pretty wife for her son. The toad carried the basket off to her home on the river bank. Poor Thumbelina was left all alone on a big broad leaf in the middle of the water. The old toad and her son had gone to get ready for the wedding. Thumbelina was unhappy. She did not want to marry a toad. The little fish heard her sobs. They felt sorry for pretty little Thumbelina, so they nibbled through the stem of the leaf so she could be set free. The leaf floated down the water. Wild birds sang sweetly as she passed by. A pretty butterfly settled next to Thumbelina. She tied one end of the sash to the leaf and the other to the butterfly. They floated down the water and pulled into a bank beside a meadow. Thumbelina lived happily amongst the summer flowers. Then winter came and snow lay thick upon the ground. Poor Thumbelina became very cold and hungry. At last she came upon a house. It was the home of... what animal is that? It was the home of a mouse who took her into the warm parlour. Mouse said that Thumbelina could stay all winter. In return, Thumbelina must tidy the parlour and tell stories to Mouse to help pass away the long winter evenings. I hope you're enjoying this story. Hi, Emmanuel, and hi, Capital D Jewel. How are you? Thumbelina did all those things very well, and Mouse was very pleased. Hi, Sab and Tony. I hope you're enjoying the book. One day, I think that looks like a badger. A rich badger who lived at the end of a dark tunnel came on a visit. Badger could not see very well, but when he heard Thumbelina sing, he fell in love with her sweet voice. Next day, when Mouse and Thumbelina visited Badger, he told them not to be bothered by a dead bird in the tunnel. Badger did not like the birds. Look at the pictures. Doesn't that remind you of your childhood? I love Thumbelina. So that's where my nickname comes from, because I'm actually small and short like her. I maybe don't look like her, but I'm short and little. Birds reminded Badger too much of the things he did not like, such as clouds and bright sun. This poor bird had fallen in through a hole in the roof of the tunnel. That night, Thumbelina went back and gently covered the bird with thistledown. He was not dead, and Thumbelina cared for him in secret until he was well enough to fly away. I shall miss you, Thumbelina, told the bird. What type of bird is that? Oh, Tom Thumb? No, I don't think so. She doesn't. There's actually nothing. There's nothing to do with Tom Thumb in this book. One day, Mouse told Thumbelina that she must marry Badger. She hired 6 spiders to spin silk for new clothes. Thumbelina was put to work making her own wedding dress, while Mouse was busy in the kitchen. Poor Thumbelina, excuse me, poor Thumbelina did not want to marry rich Badger and live in the dark underground. She begged just once more to see the sun and the clouds. Look at the picture, isn't that beautiful? I love spiders. I love spiders, they're my favourite. They're my favourite type of insect, spiders. Oh, good morning, Rizvi. Good morning. Thank you, Pint Thamiz, if I said your name correctly. Miss T, again, morning to you. Yeah, it's very nice, isn't it? The illustrations. Look at the mouse and her dress with yellow polka dots and the hat. I think they call that a bonnet. And the spiders and the thread and Thumbelina. And look at the vase and the things that they have on the cabinet. As Thumbelina stood in the sun, her friend the bird flew down to her. Come with me to the south, he said. There you will be happy in the sun. Thumbelina climbed up onto his back. Away they flew far away from Badger and his dark home. At last they came to a lovely garden. The bird set Thumbelina down amongst the flowers. Look at the bird, the bluebird. Thanks everybody for joining this live. That's very pretty, the bird. And I like this too. And the flowers. I'm good, thank you, Gus. How are you? Thank you for joining this live. I hope you're enjoying the story. On one pretty flower sat the king. When he saw Thumbelina, he put a crown upon her head and asked her to be his queen. All the fairies came with gifts for Thumbelina. The best gift of all was a pair of silver wings, so Thumbelina could fly happily all day from flower to flower. Later, the king married Thumbelina and they lived happily ever after. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, I can read more stories. Thank you for joining this morning on this live. That is very pretty. I love that. Well, that's the end of the story, and I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, it is. It's a great story picture. Thank you, Seb and Tony, for joining. So if you If you'd like to connect to other people, you can. Yeah, so I actually enjoyed this. It was a very good book. Thank you. So, how is everybody today? Amazing time as always. Thank you, Alina. Thank you. What was your favorite part of the story? And did you know about this story about Thumbelina? Oh, that's okay, Rizvi. Not a problem at all. That's totally fine. I love all the illustrations, and I love how they did the illustrations like this, with pictures instead of words. I like this. I liked these kind of stories when I was growing up as a child. Good morning, Josa. No, my first time hearing this story. Yeah, there's lots of different versions, but this is the version that I know from my childhood. Okay, Rizvi, good night. Take good care. So this is, so you can look it up, the story of Thumbelina. I actually bought this. Hi, Nikki Lee. I actually bought this. I went to a secondhand store and I bought some books and I came across this one. So I thought it would be a good idea to read this on a live. Thank you very much. Have a good day too. Thank you. I wonder if there's an illustration at the back. So these are some other childhood stories as well in this series. But yes, I do love this book a lot. Yeah, it is a nice touch with the pictures. So if you're not aware, it's very early in the morning in Australia. It's nearly 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I do need a drink. That's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Thank you. Thank you very much, Not Today. 6 p.m. Whereabouts are you, Sab and Tony? Whereabouts in the world are you? And Gus, if you're still here, thank you so much for joining the live. Actually, thank you to everybody for listening to the story. And I hope that you enjoyed it. What time is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just going to ask. So 6 p.m. What's the weather like over there where you guys are? Oh, Connecticut. Oh, wow. Not Today is also from Connecticut too. Oh, it's raining. We had some rain not so long ago here in Australia. It's actually spring, so it's coming into the warmer months of the year. Oh, yeah, it is a great day for sleeping. But I won't be sleeping. I have a million things to do today, so I have lots to do. And I recently had the passing of my mother who flew to heaven recently. So now I have some time for myself to relax and just take some time out to, because it has been a very stressful and difficult time, and my kids flew home especially for my mother's service, but they have gone home now. So one has gone to work and one has gone home. Yeah, it's a part of life also. So that we can't help, and we can't control that of when we do come to this earth and when we do leave this earth. But thank you very much for that. Thank you for the condolences. Thank you. Yeah, it's not an easy time, but then it's a nice time to also be with family. Well, obviously not in those circumstances, but being with your family and close friends, it does help. It does help to take the pressure off. Yeah, it really is. It makes us all stronger. Yes, it does. And it makes you realize about life that, that life is too short. And I know that you have heard that a million times throughout your time living on this earth. It really does make you realize and to spend your time wisely and spend time with people that you love and care for. I'm in Perth. Thanks for joining the live. So I just read the storybook of Thumbelina. If you've just joined. Hi, Country Kirby. How are you? Thank you. I was just reading the story about Thumbelina. Times like this makes us slow down and see things we might overlook. Yes, that's definitely very true. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing okay, Country Kirby, as you know, with the passing of my mother who flew to heaven recently. Just taking the days as it comes, and I'm glad that I can have a bit of time for myself. Well, anyway, I'm going to end this live now, so I really hope that you enjoyed this storybook, the story of Thumbelina. And thank you very much for joining. I'm not sure who came in earlier, but from what I can see, we had Rizvi, Machiavelli, Not Today, Capital D, Jewel, Sab and Tony, thank you. Emmanuel, Alexandra, Paul Martin, thank you. Black Mamba came in too, and Anna came in. Nice to see you, Paul. Thank you for joining. I need bedtime story, can't sleep. And also Pint as well, or Pint. Thank you very much for joining. And Big OL, thank you. Hendrix Blocks, hi, thank you for joining. So I'm going now. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you do know about this story, or if you don't know about the story, you can look it up. And that's where my nickname comes from. So have a good day, everybody, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye.